In Fort Worth, it was about going low, but in Dallas, it's all about the accuracy.
Welcome to PGA Tour Today, presented by MasterCard.
Hey everyone, I'm Amanda Balionis, and thanks for joining us for the preview of the HP Byron Nelson Championship at the TPC Four Seasons in Dallas, Texas. It's our last time in the Lone Star State for the rest of the year, so let's take a look at what the players will be wrestling with for one last time. The fairways at the TPC course are the second hardest to hit in all of the non-major PGA Tour events. It's also home to the longest par 4 on tour with a brutal third hole that runs 528 yards, and that third hole is also a reason why the Dallas course is ranked in the top 5 of the toughest 3 holes on tour. Be sure to keep an eye out on how the players do on their opening round on the challenging start to the course. There's a great field to keep an eye on this week in both the morning and the afternoon groupings. Remember, Morning Movers right here on PGATour.com has you covered when it comes to featured early groupings, and you're definitely going to be interested in seeing a couple of groups Thursday morning. 2011 Players Championship winner KJ Choi will be teeing off with Sergio Garcia, who's finished in the top 25 4 times so far this season, and Dustin Johnson, who's searching for his first win in Texas. They all tee off at 8:53 a.m. Eastern, and right before them will be Gary Woodland, Roy Sabatini, and defending champion Jason Day at 8:44 a.m. In the afternoon, Nick Watney, who is in 6th place in FedEx Cup standings and searching for his second win in 2011, Matt Kuchar, who has 2 top 5 finishes so far this year, and 2003 winner Vijay Singh will be teeing off at 2:38 p.m. Eastern Time. For more on what's going on in what they probably consider their second home now, let's throw it out to Michael Collins of the PGA Tour Network.
Thanks, Amanda. Well, here's what you can expect out of the golf course, and this is the big story. With the storms that came through on Tuesday, a couple of tornadoes went through the area, but big hail. What that means is there was hail damage to these greens. Now, the greens are still in good shape, but because of the hail that hit those greens, the rules officials have had to put a special exemption into place so that you could fix some of the hail spots on the greens. Why? Because you can't tell the difference between a hail mark and a ball mark. Hail marks normally are not allowed to be fixed on greens, only ball marks. It would be illegal to do it except in special circumstances, and that's what we've had. But before you get to the greens, you got to hit a fairway. Fred's going to tell you about those.
Michael, before the players get to those hail-damaged greens, they have to negotiate these fairways, and it's difficult to hit the fairway out here at TPC Las Colinas. Part of the problem is the Texas winds, and it is going to be windy this week. In fact, these were the second most difficult fairways to hit the entire last year in 2010. Second only to Waialae. You know what kind of winds we see at the Sony Open outside of Honolulu. And if you miss the fairway, you have to contend with this rough. Now, it's not all that long because it doesn't have to be. This is Bermuda rough. A little bit goes a long way because that gnarly grass just wraps itself around the golf ball, causing all kinds of problems. Amanda, it should be a very interesting week of golf. The HP Byron Nelson Championship on the PGA Tour Network. Our broadcast begins at noon Eastern Time Thursday.
Thanks, guys. Remember, in addition to SiriusXM coverage, you can check out live action on the Golf Channel from 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern, or while you're at work, keep a window open on PGATour.com, where we have all of the latest scores, news, and highlights.
PGA Tour Today is presented by MasterCard, which invites you to play like a PGA Tour player at select TPC courses. MasterCard is a proud sponsor of the PGA Tour.